Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about the truth behind fad diets and what really works for that stubborn belly fat. Because the truth is while individuals on fad diets, they experience maybe initial weight loss, approximately 65% regain that weight within 3 years. So if you found yourself yo-yoing back and forth, you've tried keto, you don't know what the best diet is, and you want to learn why it may not be the best approach, we are covering that today. And before we dive into it, I'm Elizabeth with Elizabeth Ayler Fitness. I got my 4-year degree in kinesiology, CSCS. I am a holistic nutrition consultant and a GAPS practitioner. And I help women, especially women over 40, build muscle, lose fat, transform their gut and hormone health, all while eating more food and getting sustainable results. So make sure you share this with a friend. If you are struggling with gut issues, thyroid imbalances, stubborn belly fat, I have so much coming at you, and we go live every single day. So we're going to dive right into it, because here's the deal. There's a lot of downsides with fad diets. I've tried them all. I've done keto, carnivore, I've done vegan, raw vegan, I've done fruitarian. I got even vegan tattooed on me, and I'm not even vegan anymore. But the truth is my health, when I did specific fad diets, it started actually going in the opposite direction. I started getting nutritional deficiencies, thyroid issues. I couldn't lose the weight, and I was training so hard. So let's go into it, and we're going to talk a little bit about the downsides of fad diets. So basically, guys, diets that are very restrictive of our calories or our food groups can actually lead to vitamin and mineral deficiencies, which can lead to fatigue, low energy, chronic cravings. Also, when we do those things like yo-yo diets, every time we lose the weight, it makes it harder and harder to gain. Every time we lose the weight, we gain a little bit of fat back, and it makes it harder and harder to lose that weight, especially when we hit perimenopause. So I'm breaking it down today. We're going to start off with the initial loss, talking about quick fat loss, because the truth is fad diets by their nature, while they give us those fast, quick weight loss results, this is usually coming from doing an extreme caloric restriction, cutting out a major food group. We're cutting out all carbohydrates, or, we're cutting out fat. And the truth is, when we cut out carbohydrates, for every 1 gram of carb, your body holds on to 3 to 6 grams of water. So when you cut out carbs, initially you may notice a lot of water weight coming off. Fats and protein do not do that, guys, by the way. And then if we get to a place where we add them back in after, say, you go keto for a long time, you cut out carbs, and then you start adding them back in, and you feel like you're retaining water, or you have a little bit of water weight come back on, that's why it is. So while you may get that rapid decrease in water weight, cutting out all carbohydrates, if you don't stay in that deficit, then you may gain it right back. So here's the deal, guys. I work with a lot of clients that are in this place where they're over 40, they're on these keto diets, they're doing tons and tons and tons of cardio, they have chronic anxiety, low energy, thyroid issues, they have hormone imbalances, they feel like they're losing muscle and just feel inflamed. They have all of these cravings. And the truth is there's 2 hunger hormones, our leptin and our ghrelin. Ghrelin, I want you to think of your hunger hormone. This is the one that it increases when we are on fat loss over time. And then leptin is your satiety hormone. So here's the deal. When you realize that you are on a caloric deficit, your leptin and your ghrelin start to switch up the deeper we're celebrating, deeper we are into that deficit. So say, for example, you're on a standard American diet, okay? Then you go to an extreme. We go, hey, cut out all of our carbohydrates, or we go on a very, very low fat diet here, okay? Initially, because we are on this, standard American, maybe eating a lot more processed food, and then we cut everything out and we're on this very clean diet, you may feel great, more energy, so forth. Now, deeper we get into fat loss, what happens is, say you're cutting your calories more and more. We're at this 1,200, 1,000 calories. Then on top of that, you guys are doing more and more cardio. Then all of a sudden, you start getting something cravings. They start coming. They're coming at you hard. This is the deal. When you're on that caloric deficit, the deeper and deeper you're into it, you start getting shifts in your leptin and your ghrelin, those hunger and satiety cues. You may start feeling like you're less satisfied after your meals. You're getting more cravings. Thyroid is another one that starts to go the deeper we're in a caloric deficit. And I will tell you too, when I cut out all carbohydrates, I did carnivore for a while. That was one thing that really started affecting my thyroid. Your thyroid runs your metabolism. So the way that we're looking at it with fad diets is when we take it to an extreme and we're cutting out either all carbs or we're going very low fats because we think fats are going to make us fat. And then on top of that, we stack it with a bunch of cardio. Then on top of it, we stack it with low calories. Over time, your body is going to start just feeling run down, not responding the best, and your metabolism is going to adapt to that. So what may be a deficit for you, maybe 6, 8, 10, depends on the person, their metabolism, the amount of lean muscle mass they have on them, past diet history. Your body is going to adapt to that. That is going to be your new maintenance calories. And then you have to go from there. So where do you go from there? If you're on very low calories doing tons of cardio and we're having all these cravings and everything, we can't just keep cutting our calories lower and lower, because what's going to happen is exactly what I see so many times. You're going to, and I'm going to throw it out there, you're going to yo-yo right out of it. It is not sustainable. And every time we yo-yo out of there, guys, like I said, if we go on a crazy, like fast weight loss, you are losing muscle with it. And then we kind of have that rebound effect with the combination of increased cravings, hormone imbalances, and then the slower metabolism. That can lead to eating more than before the diet as you started. And that's that rebound weight gain. And with that comes a little bit of fat, and more fat, less muscle, and body composition, guys, starts going. So when we look at these fad diets, what is the best approach? I want to introduce you to something that is very, very special to me, and I have to share why. So first off, on my journey, I was over 180 pounds at age 13. I ended up developing an eating disorder. I got down to 90 pounds before I spent 5 years building my body to where it is now. And then I cut and lost 50 pounds in 9 months. I bulked back up to 180, by the way. And the way that I did it in a way that's sustainable. When we cut out all fats, we need fats for absorption of our fat-soluble vitamins. I did a whole video on my YouTube channel called The Truth Behind Fat. Go check it out. It is a very important video because you need it for your hormones. Your hormones, guys, energy, your metabolism, everything, okay? And then if we cut out all carbohydrates, we do need a specific approach. One thing that I realized is when I cut out those carbohydrates, my cortisol levels went up, my stress hormone. When your cortisol levels spike and we start not sleeping good, we start storing that belly fat, water retention, chronic cravings, all of it go hand in hand. So I want to introduce you to something very special to me, and it is my 90-day transformation challenge. And what I do is I help women build muscle, lose fat, transform their body, eating more food. The truth is, it's not about finding the right diet. It's not about, there's over 30,000 diets out there. It's about taking you, your metabolism, your body, your goals, everything, and customizing it to you. So for example, I want to share with you a story of a client of mine named Courtney. She was an athlete growing up. She trained so hard. She always had an incredible physique. She hit perimenopause, and what used to work no longer worked. She was trying keto diets, low carb diets. She was doing cardio 2 hours a day. When we started working together, I look at other aspects. I look at our movement throughout the day. How much are we fidgeting? That's where we're burning calories, guys, okay? I look at, okay, where is our hormones? Do we have thyroid issues going on? Are we in perimenopause yet? How many days are we training? Where are our carbs, fat, and protein? And I customize it all to them so that they're able to, and this was a thing for her, in a few weeks, we got her calories up a good 300 just in the first 2 weeks initially. She went from hitting a stall on her weight loss to starting to lose weight. Her abs started uncovering. She started seeing the muscle definition. Cravings went away. Her energy came back in the gym. She had the energy to lift the heavy weight, guys, to maintain the muscle on the deficit. That is key. Check out my YouTube on how to preserve muscle on fat loss. That is truly key. And now she's eating more food. She has a healthy relationship with food. She's not afraid of eating out at restaurants. She's not afraid of going to like events, parties. She's a busy mom too. So we came up with simple tools for her. And she's getting those sustainable results. Because the truth is there's so many different fad diets out there. And while you may lose that weight fast, you have to ask yourself, is this going to be sustainable? And what are the downsides of it? Like I mentioned, guys, if we're cutting out all fat, that's fat we need for absorption of our fat soluble vitamins. Also, having fats, proteins at meal help with satiety, feelings of fullness, maintaining the muscle on the deficit. So if you're in this place where you just feel like you're run down, you tried every diet out there. Maybe you're doing this right now and you're just like frustrated with the stubborn belly fat. You're like, I feel depressed. We have to start from ground up. And we have to just get you feeling your best self through making a balanced lifestyle. And that is what I do with my 90-day transformation challenge. I am excited because it is actually starting on Monday and I have a few spots left. So head to the description below or DM me ready on Instagram. Let's set up a discovery call to see if we are that perfect fit to move forward. And guys, I will tell you this. You could yo-yo all you want and maybe it's going to get you that results fast. But I will tell you what works for you now when you're young, when you get older, it ain't going to work for you anymore. So we have to start looking at our health differently and start doing things now to set us up for our future. And I truly believe that an individual can look healthy on the outside, but it's about that internal. How are their hormones? How are their thyroids? How's their cravings? How's their energy? The truth is too, is when I was doing all of these extreme diets, it threw off my hormones. I lost my period. I started getting severe thyroid issues, gut issues, chronic anxiety, not sleeping, felt like I was even losing my muscle. And when I created that sustainability, bridged all together, started working on my mind, go check out yesterday's video too. We talked all about how that number on the scale affected my life to a whole new level. It ran my life. And I want my clients to have a healthy relationship. And that's what I did. When I created that balance and I stopped looking at, hey, I need to do this dogmatic diet or I need to do this extreme. Because as you can see, if you've been following me, I am a little bit of an extremist. But when we don't do the extremes and we focus on the balance, we start falling in love with ourselves when we work on the mindset, which is a big thing we work on together with my challenge. We start having more energy. Our hormones start balancing. You start feeling less inflamed, starting to have the body composition changing. And that is truly key, guys. So my whole point of today is stop the yo-yo fad diets. If you do want me to do a whole series, I was thinking of doing a whole series on every single diet that I did. I was going to do one on raw vegan, one on keto, one on carnivore, one on fruitarian. So drop a comment below if you would be interested in that, as well as I know a lot of women because I work with a lot of women with a lot of thyroid issues too and gut issues. So if you specifically would like more information on thyroid, I was thinking of doing a little series too here as well. But I love you guys so much. Share this video with a friend. I have everything under my live playlist so that you guys can go back and rewatch it. And I will see you tomorrow. And I'm going to go now. I got some clients to answer, as well as I'm working on a new YouTube for you guys coming this Saturday. And I'm going to keep it a secret. But for all of you with stubborn fat loss, you are going to be shocked when you hear this. I love you to the moon and back. And remember, Fast results are not sustainable results. We have to start working smarter versus harder. If you have the chronic cravings, the low energy, all of that going on, guys, that's not going to get you where you want to be. That's going to get you feeling like food is running your life. That's going to get you having more anxiety around everything, which is going to increase the cortisol, throw off our hormones, and not give you the results you want. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Share, subscribe, comment below, and I will see you. I love you next time, guys. Mwah! Let's do this.